Hello everyone and welcome back to the Clueless Internet podcast. I'm your host Alex. I'm joined once again by the wonderful Howard for another episode filled with facts, fuck-ups and detective skills being put to the test. Well, yours and skills. Howard's. Yeah, yours and Howard's detective skills.
Just mine.
I hope everyone's had a good 2 weeks since we did our last episode, and we're back to ruin the next week. We're back to absolutely ruin it. How have you been, Howard, since the last episode? Good as always.
I was a bit sick this week, but otherwise good. I was a wee sickie.
But you're back to full health, ready to endure another episode of me bombarding you with shit.
Oh.
Well, without further ado, let's get on to our first section. Today I learned.
Sit down and shut up.
Today,
Shut up.
shut up, I learned.
Sit down, be quiet. Shut up.
All right, welcome to the first section. Today I learned.
Hello.
Are you ready, Howard?
Yeah.
For the 5 facts that I've gathered for you this week.
One would hope I am.
This 2 weeks, should I say. The first one that I have for you is today I learned about the Bishop of the Moon.
That's me, isn't it?
So basically, a diocese is an area under the care of the bishop from a Christian church. So it's basically like sort of, you get like a district.
Constituency.
Yeah, sort of. It's like a district. This is about the Diocese of Orlando, Florida, which happens to cover Disneyland, Universal, and Cape Canaveral.
It's a bit sinister.
A little bit. It owns a lot.
Ugh. I'm feeling a bit ugh.
But Cape Canaveral happened to be the place the Apollo 11 mission was being launched from.
You mean the place where they filmed it?
The place where they
Oh
filmed
my
everything
God.
and they made the craters and the wind.
Flags on the moon, ridiculous.
This is where the rule made in 1917 comes into play. It's part of the Code of Canon Law. The law states that any newly discovered territory would fall under the bishopric from whence the discovering expedition departed. So basically, like if there was a diocese in like Newcastle, if they suddenly went to the moon, then they would basically own the moon as well. They would be the bishop of the moon. They would be the second bishop of the moon.
The bishop of the moon.
Newcastle, second bishop of the moon, like.
The best bishop on the moon.
So in 1968, William Donald Borders was named the first bishop of Orlando when Apollo 11 launched. I think he was either named the first bishop or the first bishop of the moon when Apollo 11 launched. I think I missed out the bishop of the moon. Which, again, obviously made him the Bishop of the Moon. When meeting Pope Blessed Paul VI,
Hello, my name is Papa Bless.
Papa Bless.
Papa Bless.
Papa Bless. I hope that's right, and I hope it's not blessed or something. Again, I just want to make the remark, I did these notes a while ago.
And he also doesn't care. So shut up.
Yes, I do, Papa Blessed. Bless me. He casually mentioned, "You know, Holy Father, I am the Bishop of the Moon," at one of the gatherings.
You well know.
If this rule is to be taken seriously, the Diocese of Orlando would span 14.5 million square miles.
Jeez.
A lot of space, essentially. You got enough room to build a pool house?
For a bishop to spread out.
So spread his bishopry.
Gross.
This makes it the biggest diocese in the world or solar system. It's the biggest one in the solar
universe.
system.
I'm the best bishop. Don't you know?
Since we have yet to find any life on the moon, the story only emphasizes the bishop's Bishop Borders' good and humorous nature that allows him to be such a good first bishop for Central Florida. Oh, so he was the first bishop of Florida in general.
Oh.
said Father John Gale.
Bit late, isn't it?
Gale, Chancellor for Canonical Affairs for the Diocese of Orlando. What does canonical mean?
Canonical, like in canonical. Is it canonical order?
Canonical order.
Or is that because there's chronological and then I think there's
Kalala
I'll find out.
Canonical. You have a look at that while I talk about the next fact.
No.
Today I learned about the 12 frames of the spider. This one.
Like its body or.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, we were talking about this one not too long ago, at work actually, and while you guys are talking about it, I was like, no, don't talk about it too much. I've researched this fact. It's not going to surprise you. But basically, so what does canonical mean? Let's.
Or if I spell that wrong.
No, that's wrong. It's not the shape of a cone. It's not the shape of a cone.
Oh, I've missed that.
It's canonical.
I see what I've missed out.
Canonical.
Okay. It is.
What is it?
Oh, I was completely wrong. We should have known that word. It's freaking so obvious. We're nerds.
According to our order to canon law. Fuck. Okay, so it's canon law. So, anyway, our next fact is about the 12 frames of the spider. So, films are usually made to run at 24 frames per second, as you may already know.
Well, depending on which country you're in.
Oh, is it different in
I think
different
I
countries?
think it differs, yeah.
Oh.
I think we're like 24.995 frames or whatever per second. I think America's like 29 frames per second.
Oh, well, you learn something new as you learn something. This is because it keeps a movie looking fluid enough while also keeping costs down.
I suppose any less than it would look.
I think it would look a bit choppy. Yeah. In the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a particular favourite of mine as of recent.
Not mine. Who likes Spider-Man?
He's so stupid with his spandex.
Alright, shite.
Shite man, more like.
I fucking hate Spider-Man.
So in that film, they used the frame rates in an interesting way.
I think I noticed.
You noticed?
Oh, no, I've noticed.
Spoiler warnings ahead, maybe, just in case we talk about
Also, don't care.
a little deep part of the film. But also, you should have watched it by now.
It's been like a year.
Come on. So they had up to 180 animators working on the film at one point, which is double the usual amount.
That is a lot.
It's a lot of
People working
animators.
on one.
That's at the peak, though. I don't think that was consistently. I
Yeah.
think it was at the peak of animation that they had that many people. So it took 1 week to animate 1 second. It usually takes a week to produce 4 seconds. So that
Is this animate as in like code the animation or to render it?
I think it's just so they actually have like a full render of 1
Yeah.
second. They have everything nailed, whereas it usually takes a week to produce 4 seconds. So they have a lot of people working on it, and it takes a
Yeah.
lot of time. Like this film took fucking ages. It actually took them 1 year to get 10 seconds they were happy with. It took them ages. I think the process must have got better as it went on. I think
Well,
that
plus,
might have been the first
I think
year.
that might be one team and everyone's kind of working in tandem, working on.
Yeah.
It's not done.
It might have been a 4-person team that got that 10 seconds.
Yeah, they didn't go from A to Z. They had one team working on A, one team working on C and E and F and G and all the way down the. Yeah.
Because the film was like 1 hour 56 minutes, so
Yeah.
that would have taken a hell of a long time.
many all years.
But back to the title of the fact, the 24 frames, or the 12 frames of the spider, should I say?
Frames of Christmas.
They did use a trick in the film where they would have certain things happen at 12 frames. So these are called twos. As a single frame is called, it's called a single, or they have it as ones, where ones equal the 24, but twos get taken down to 12 because they use the same 2 frames they use the same 1 frame for 2 frames, essentially. It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tongue twister. So when Miles seems skilled and capable, he will be running at 24 frames. But when he is clumsy and uncoordinated, he runs at 12 frames, which is a nice little touch because it just seems like he's a bit more clunky, and it portrays it better than if you were to just make him clumsy.
Gosh, now I've got to go back and watch the film because I want to see if they did other animation things with other characters like Peter and stuff.
They may have done it. So Peter would have been running at 24 frames, while Miles would have been going at 12 when they started swinging.
I'm just wondering if they did any other trickery with the frame rate.
Maybe.
Interesting to watch. Like if they did maybe if to give someone a more hyper personality, I've already forgotten the little girl's name. But
The one with the robot.
I'm assuming they maybe even sped up her frame rate to kind of give her a more of like a
Maybe.
a speedy kind.
But then again, they can only go up to 24, can't they?
I don't know. In like modern cinema now, can't they go up to like 60 frames per second?
Oh, maybe. Oh, I guess so. But if they're running the whole film at 24 standard, it depends on if they rendered everything at 60 frames. I doubt they would, because that would have taken forever.
Have to increase the frame rate. Couldn't you just cut? So like a bit like they've done with Miles, they haven't really halved the frame rate. They've doubled the amount.
Oh, they would just put more into those 24 frames.
More into those 24 frames to appear. Yeah,
maybe. Oh, they might have doubled it for her then. They might have had her running at 48 frames
if
she wants to be a bit more energetic.
Squashed it all in or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I thought that was quite an interesting fact. I thought it was a nice way to use something that I wouldn't have thought about using a frame rate trickery.
Now I'm curious to watch the film again.
So am I. Oh no, I'm going to have to watch that amazing film again. Oh no.
What a shame.
What an absolute tragedy.
Tragedy.
Well, let's move on to another tragedy, which is today I learned about the 15-foot tall penguin.
I'm listening. You have my attention, sir.
So, in February 1948, giant three-toed footprints were found on a Florida beach. It had to be Florida. They looked as though they had been made by a giant sea turtle. But an expert looked at them and said that they were too far apart. These prints continued to appear over the coming year on the beach of Florida. So every morning or something, somebody would just come and see these big-ass footprints everywhere. Ivan Sanderson, a naturalist, examined some of the prints in November of that same year. He speculated that they had been made by a vast penguin. His quotes. A vast penguin who stood 15 feet tall.
And shit like houses.
So this mystery literally went on for 40 years. This went on from 1948 to 1988, when local prankster Tony Signorini. Oh God, I'm so bad at these pronunciations. I don't know why I do facts with such hard pronunciations. He admitted that he had made them with the help of a friend. He had strapped cast iron monster print shoes to his feet and then stomped up and down the local beaches. There's a big penguin. No, it was just Tony down the road. Got him! He got the whole city or the whole state.
Fucking idiots thought I was a giant fucking penguin.
It's just my big ass feet. Imagine he's just got massive feet. All his life he's been living in really small shoes and it's just made his feet huge.
It's Donald Trump and his giant penguin feet. With his tiny hands.
China.
Excuse me?
That's the only thing that I can ever think of him saying is just China.
Oh.
China. Well, let's move on to our next fact. Today I learned about the lightning miracle. In 1971, Edwin Robinson had lost his sight and most of his hearing in a truck accident in icy conditions. It didn't really go into detail about how he lost
everything.
Yeah, like it didn't really go into detail about how he lost his hearing and his sight. But I'm assuming it was bad. I'm assuming it was a bad crash.
Assuming there wasn't much left of his head.
However,
there was plenty left of his head. It just wasn't in the right place.
His nose was in his ear. Oh, and
that's how he got deaf.
Solved. Complete. Bye, guys. See you next episode.
Get
We've
out.
Solved the case. However, 9 years later, in 1980, the 62-year-old would experience a miracle. His son had said that he adopted a chicken and he called it Tuk Tuk because of the noise that it made.
Stupid fucking name. What a stupid child.
But it's the guy who named it.
What an idiot.
How did you know it was a chicken?
How did you know it went tuk tuk?
No, he lost most of his hearing. I
Okay.
think he could hear it just about.
I found a little bit.
That's how he knew it was a chicken. I was like, how do you know if it was a chicken if he can't hear it or see it?
I'm a chicken.
He's just going, are you a chicken? And then it just
Yes.
pecked his leg. Oh, it's a dog. But he was outside during a thunderstorm looking for Tuk Tuk. Little bastard got out.
Seems like an oxymoron.
Well, how? I don't think I know what oxymoron is. I'm the oxymoron.
I've probably used the term wrong. Why would you? If like you've got that much like trouble with your vision and your hearing, why would you go out in the middle of a thunderstorm? Something bad's gonna happen.
It's because he loves this chicken, Howard. He
chicken.
loves this chicken.
Jesus, the guy's
That's actually a dog. He did actually manage to find the chicken eventually, but as he did, lightning struck
the dog.
the dog who was Tuk Tuk.
There
was
he
a chicken.
is.
There he is. Ow, he's hot. It bounced off a nearby tree and into his hearing aid and blew them right out of his ear. So it went off a tree into his hearing aid.
So now he's lost. He can't see and he can't hear. And there's
Again.
lightning and thunder and
He's in a pretty bad situation,
well,
to be honest.
I hate to point fingers.
I mean,
stay in the house.
I mean, you know.
Bless you, stay in the house. Fuck the chicken. don't fuck the chicken.
He said, don't fuck the chicken.
But you know.
PSA, don't fuck the chicken. But get it if it's in a thunderstorm. Chickens are important. Have you ever had chicken nuggets? I rest my case.
No, I haven't.
Burn.
Heretic.
How dare? He lay on the ground for several minutes in complete shock. So just to add to that, to be fair, I wouldn't get up and just be like, wow.
Where the fuck's the chicken?
Dead. No, I don't know.
What?
I assume he just got the chicken and put him back into wherever the chicken should have been in the first place. Why does he just have one chicken?
I know. Why is
this chicken so important? There's just loads of dead chickens just all around the garden. He's like, but I got you, Tuk Tuk. You're the one. So he managed to get up and he managed to get himself inside. Once inside the house, he said to his wife, I think I've been hit by lightning. To which she replied, yeah.
Oh, right, I don't have a wife.
But he claimed he could read the plaque that was on the wall. After reading it to her, she thought he'd just memorized it.
It's always been there, Phil.
Stupid idiot.
I've forgotten his name again. I always forget the names. He's Phil.
Edwin.
Oh, actually, that's a pretty cool name.
That is a pretty cool name, actually. I am Edwin. Thor.
Edwin the Lost.
Edwin the Blind, not blind anymore.
For now, I can see this plaque.
So she just... he can just see that one plaque.
That is all.
That is all. A miracle!
What should I do now?
I'll read another plaque. He can just see plaques. That's all he could see. But she just thought that he memorized it. So he read the time to her to convince her. And on top of it all, he started to grow hair as well.
That just proves I can see.
Can't you see my hair? I can.
It's coming out of my eyes.
Ah! He had been bald all of his life. I'm not sure if this is due to illness or just a personal choice or
well, if it was down to personal choice, and then he's going, I'm growing. It's a miracle. He's just always shaved his
I
head.
haven't shaved today. It's
dear.
a miracle. After this, they did receive a lot of publicity for the incident, having news crews coming as far as Japan and having to unplug the phone to even sleep. All the way from Japan.
Why didn't you just take the phone off the hook?
I think that's what Oh well, I guess you don't want
I
to phone.
thought
You don't want
I
to
thought
phone
he
that's
could
just
barely hear it
hanging.
anyway.
Well, not anymore. He's got his
He's got his vision back.
He's got his vision and his
but
hearing.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about hearing. Maybe I'm Edwin.
I think it's his hearing as well. I think it was his hearing as well.
I can hear the plaque, darling.
It's singing to me.
It says,
Oh, that's tinnitus.
"Fuck you." With your bullshit story.
My hair!
Haven't you seen that?
So Mrs. Robinson said they never earned any money from their fame.
You, Mrs. Robinson. Why is the hair growing out of your husband's eyes?
They did earn $100 plus expenses to appear on some shows, however. He even declined a Canadian TV station from making a show about him, saying they never put things right. They always dramatize things, and the contract said they could do anything with it. So they'd have it hit off a tree, and then the house, and then the chicken, and then his wife, and then it went into his ear, out the other end, hit his son, killed him. They had a funeral, and then the lightning came back, struck him in the ear again, and then he grew hair out of his face.
And they made a film about him. What? This whole story is just what?
That's it. They didn't. They didn't actually make it.
So he didn't want Canada to make a film because
they wouldn't put it
reasons.
right. They wouldn't tell his story right. Apparently, they might have made him in the story. Might have made him lose his sight because of his chicken, and then his chicken becomes his mortal enemy. You just don't know.
Gets upset and abuses, wrings the chicken's neck, and just
Rings the chicken's neck.
And now all of a sudden he's the villain.
Yeah, he's the villain, and then Thor strikes him down, and he grows hair out of his eyes, and that's his punishment for the rest of his
for
life.
Killing
For
his
killing
best friend,
Tuk
Tuk
Tuk.
Tuk.
How fuck this man! I'm outraged.
Get me Twitter.
What's his at? Oh, he's dead. I think
Good.
he might be dead, actually. Actually, I don't know. No, he might still be alive.
I was totally joking.
Who knows? I didn't research that. Try and find his at, everyone. Thank you. Mrs. Robinson said she would like to see a movie about their lives, not just the lightning, but also about the problems they overcame when her husband became blind and nearly deaf. That would be quite a good film, actually. That'd be a very good film, wouldn't it? Really, I mean, you go through most of your life, or 9 years.
The big question: who's gonna play Tuk Tuk?
Me. I'll play Tuk Tuk. Feather me up, boys. I'm ready. My only scene is just running around a field in lightning going, ah!
What the fuck is what?
Where are you, Edwin?
What do you mean not? We're not filming anything. What? Why I'm in this chicken outfit?
Oh, well, I'm enjoying it too much. Edwin!
My love.
Where are you?
Who are you?
Where am I?
Ah!
But to end the story quite nicely, they ended up living a quite happy life. They ended up living a quiet life, and the publicity died down, and they just enjoyed the miracle that they were given, that he was given. His wife, not so much. I mean,
Hated him.
I liked
He
him better
won't
when he was
sh-
blind.
He won't shut up about plaques.
He won't stop reading things to me.
And they're always wrong. I
That
haven't the
doesn't
heart to
say
tell him.
fridge. It says Tuk Tuk.
You write it everywhere.
He's your chicken.
You're obsessed, man.
Please
Leave.
go blind again. She just stands outside with like a metal thing in a rainstorm and just goes, "Give me the power.
Take me.
Blind me." Well, with that one, let's move on to our final fact. Today I learned about the little survivor.
Me.
The-
I'm the little survivor.
My new Netflix show coming this fall. This is about the 3-year-old and 7-month-old Karina Chikitova.
You just picked the worst names.
I know. Jesus. I'm Barry Smith is my next one. I'm doing a story about Barry
I was
Smith.
to say you can always change the names. Doesn't matter.
I could, but then again, it's got to be factually correct.
I mean, does it?
I mean, I've been wrong about at least one or 17 stories so far. So In 2014, she wandered away from her home in a remote village in Olam
Go on.
Olekminski district, Serbia. Fuck me, I'm picking Shrewsbury next time.
it's pronounced Serbia.
Barry Smith in Shrewsbury. I'm doing a story about you. Right
Hello,
in.
it's me, Bear Smith.
Bear Smith from Nottinghamshire, Shrewsbury. That is not the right place. I'm wrong. Oh
I
god,
live here all my life.
I wandered off. I'm through.
How dare you? I'm so offended.
She was accompanied by her puppy, however, so she wasn't on her own. They walked into the Serbian forest infested with bears and wolves.
Come on, pup, let's go.
Let's go. My name's Barry Smith.
I'm big girl now.
I am 3 and 7 months. Big Barry. That's what I'm just going to call her Barry after this. So, Barry was believed to be... She was believed to have been following her father, who had gone to a distant village. Her mother was able to get in contact with her father after 4 days. So 4 days had gone by. She hadn't seen her. She'd been to sleep.
Honey, have you seen Barry?
Have you seen Barry? No, I have seen
Who is
Karina.
Barry?
I haven't seen Karina either. Who's Barry? Who's Barry? And then she just hangs up.
Who is this? Goodbye.
No one. Just hangs up and he's like, what? Who is Barry? Oh, my daughter.
How could I forget my favorite daughter, Barry?
Barry. Oh, Barry is a girl's name, to be fair. So just with an I. Barry with an I.
This I did not know.
No, you do. This
I
is the only thing
apologize.
you've learned through all these facts.
I'm so confused.
But that's what I don't get. Like 4 days, you've gone to sleep for 4 days. Like you've gone to bed without seeing your daughter for the whole day, for 4 days. And I mean, I guess she might have thought that he went with
What
her
year
father.
was this?
2014. 2014. Serbia. Serbia. Jesus Christ, woman! What? She's gone for a day.
Where's Barry?
Where is Barry gone? I'm gonna forget her name now.
In like 4 days.
Once she realised that she was not with him, they launched a massive search party.
You two, go find Barry.
Go find her.
No car, you walk.
She has beard.
Beard and pop.
And pop she may have eaten.
Very good.
Delicious. The area was also known for having a nighttime temperature of just 6 degrees, making experts think that she had a very slim chance of
Paradise.
survival. Beautiful. T-shirts and short weather.
Look at my nipples.
Look at them. Only a select few will get that joke. Rescuers looking for her had been confronted by a bear while searching, highlighting the dangers that she could be facing. So when they went out to search for her,
Hey,
you're not Barry!
it's Bear. You found Barry? No, it's Barry.
Oh! There you are, Barry!
Oh dear.
Very nice cut. No, I went Indian then.
Oh.
You
Please
have a
don't bring this.
very hairy child.
Please don't bring the tone of this show down.
Ruining it. Her dog, fed up after a while, had left her 9 or 10 days into being missing.
You are useless, Barry.
That was a moment when our hearts sank because we thought it was...
Ow!
It's in my legs. Because we thought at least with her dog, Karina had a chance to survive. Ugh. A night in the woods. A night in the woods are cold. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these words. A night in Yakutia.
Perfect.
Perfect. Very. A night in Yakutia are cold, and some areas have already gone into minus temperatures. If she had a puppy to hug, we thought that this would have given her a chance to stay warm during nights and survive. Said, said Stan Smith, spokesman, like...
Yes, hello, I'm Stan Smith.
His name is Afanasi Nikolaev.
Easy.
Spokesman of Sakha Republic Rescue Services. See, that I can say. Sakha. That is perfect. Give me more of that,
He's
please.
pronounced Ch.
It probably is. After returning to the village, the puppy guided the rescue teams to her. However, she was surprisingly well. She made it. She survived. She did it.
It's okay, I ate pop-up.
She is a little survivor.
Made good stew.
That's just a different dog. She was surprisingly well when found. She just had scratches on her feet and a few mosquito bites, although she was only weighing 10 kilos. She'd lost a lot of weight. She was just skin and bones.
Stupid girl did not eat dog.
Number one rule of being in forest.
Eat dog.
Eat dog.
Ugh, come on.
Stupid.
I mean, what are you, 3? Fuck.
Jesus Christ, everyone over 3 and 6 months knows that.
Jesus.
Amateur. She
I
survived.
have no daughter.
I ate her. Along
Gross.
with the dog. She managed to survive the 11-day ordeal by huddling with a dog for warmth for the amount of time that he was there before he dipped out.
Fucked off.
He's just like, oh, fuck, all right then. She survived by staying in the tall grass where she kind of used that tall grass for beds and stuff like that.
His house now.
Drinking river water
He's
and eating
better.
wild berries.
Oh, my favourite. Wild berries.
She recalls what happened, but overall, she was fine after the ordeal. She
alright.
I find that was
Could
a
be
little bit
worse.
of a weird thing to add. She recalls what happened. Of course you would. You're right in the woods. I'm pretty sure I remember every traumatic experience of
no,
me.
it's fine. It's no problem.
I do it every day.
That's no.
Would you like to join me on the next expedition?
I mean, come on, I'm 3.
Every traumatic
I know what I'm
experience
doing.
I've had getting no cards in my Pokemon deck. Disgusting. Anyway, what did you think of those 5 facts, even though I butchered half of everyone's name ever made?
I think you did all right. Could have done worse.
I could have done worse. I could have had a stroke.
Oh, it's better.
That is better.
Yeah, it's better.
Well, anyway, let us move on to our next section. 3 real, 3 fake.
Fake.
Three real and 3 fake.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to the 3 real, 3 fake. Howard, are you ready? Are you ready to test your detective skills?
Yes.
Yes. Good. We're talking about...
Oh, we're going back to Siberia.
No.
Russia?
Russia.
Oh, better. Even
So,
better.
the first one is Russian man arrested under anti-terror law after talking about philosophy of yoga. Is that real or is that fake?
It could probably be construed as some weird sexual act, so yeah, it's real.
You want to say that's real? Okay.
It's Russia.
The second one is woman accuses Taco Bell of putting doorknob in her nachos. Real or fake?
Fake.
Fake? Okay. The next one is Japanese woman convinced pothole outside of her home is a sign of spiritual unrest within her community.
Real.
That one's real? Okay. Okay, my next one is Norwegian island wants to erase the concept of time so they can do whatever they want, whenever they want. Real
Real.
or fake? You want to say that one's real?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is pen factory in the Netherlands accidentally made 100,000 mugs before realizing the error.
Oh, it's got to be fake because I've said 3 reals now.
You want to say fake? Okay.
I've said real to 3 of them now. Or
But you
was
don't
it
know
two?
if they're right. You don't know if they're right, do you?
Neither do you.
Neither do I.
Except you totally don't.
Except I totally do. Okay, so here's my last one. Safari in Ohio is offering a $10,000 reward for the safe return of its eldest giraffe, who was stolen days ago.
Has a giraffe got a name?
No.
Well, it's fake.
You want to say that one's fake? Okay.
You always give a giraffe a goofy name.
Short neck. That's my one. So, let's tally up how many you got right. So,
None.
the Russian man arrested for talking about the philosophy of yoga. You said that was real. Ding, ding, ding. That is real.
Yay.
That is real. That is real.
It's all.
The second one is the safari in Ohio with the giraffe. You said that was fake. You got that one right also.
Nice.
The woman accuses Taco Bell of putting doorknob in her nachos. You said was fake. It is real.
What a bitch.
The Japanese woman convinced of a pothole outside of her home is a sign of spiritual unrest.
Real.
Fake.
Oh.
Norwegian island wants to erase the concept of time. Real.
Obviously.
That one's real.
It's fucking obvious, that one is.
And then the last one is, how is that one obvious?
Because... Keep going.
So the pen factory in the Netherlands was fake. They didn't make 100,000 mugs with it before realising the error.
But yeah, of course there's Norwegians. Of course they're fucking...
Well, we'll get to that. Anyway, let's go back to the Russian man being arrested for talking about yoga.
Hello.
So yeah, I've
I
just
love yoga.
fucked myself over with names again. No, I haven't actually. This guy's name is Dmitry Yugay, or Yugay.
Hello, it's me, Dmitry. I the backwards dog.
So he was giving a talk on the philosophy of yoga at a St. Petersburg festival.
He's nice.
When he was arrested and charged with allegedly conducting illegal missionary activity.
No, it's yoga.
Well, so this means that they have restrictions on missionary activity, religious groups, and followers of what the government deems non-traditional religions. So if we started a Clueless Internet religion, we'd be arrested on the spot.
Let's go to Russia.
Let's do it. Hello, everyone. Sign up for my new religion, Clueless.
Coolest religion. I have no idea what's going on.
You're all stupid.
And then you die.
Yes, join
It's
today.
perfect.
Sign up, $100 entry
You
fee.
like.
you die. I mean, you
You
like.
like. No death. Till tomorrow.
When I come
When
and
I
kill you.
It's religion. What you
How
gonna...
much money do you have in your house? Thank you.
What are you gonna do?
Die.
Give me all your money.
And die.
And then die.
He was accused of recruiting people into a pseudo-Hindu organization.
I call it swindle organization.
I called it Swindon.
Swindle.
He was put into a car and asked to sign a blank piece of paper, which he refused to do, Howard. He didn't back down from the man. He refused to sign this blank piece of paper that was blank for some reason.
So they could put whatever they want.
Yeah, pretty much. You're stupid, and if you sign this, it proves that you are. Oh no! I signed the blank piece of paper.
That's so clever.
God, it
Got me.
better close down my pseudo-Hindu organization. Oh, so 2 months after his
love
arrest and
Russia.
release, Dmitry had to go to court where he was cleared of the charges. So he didn't get charged eventually. I think they realized that he wasn't trying to create a pseudo-Hindu.
Oh, sorry.
We thought that you were Papa John, Papa Blessed.
I thought you were trying to start a new religion about bending over
However,
seductively.
he is a Buddhist.
Stop it. I do not like
What is happening in pants?
my pants.
Not yours. Yet.
But maybe later.
After you sign this piece of paper.
It's blank. Eh?
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 Eh? Okay.
Sorry.
He said that he did not name a single religious organization in my speech, nor did I use a single religious book, and did not name a single religious figure apart from Christ and Buddha. So you did. So you did.
I did no such thing.
I didn't call her any names apart from a fat bitch.
Christ damn it,
So
Buddha
you-
fuck.
So you did. So you did. No, I didn't. Apart from those ones.
You're putting religions in my mouth. Get up.
Delicious.
Delicious, delicious religion. Stop it.
You're under arrest.
For tempting me.
Apparently, the Salvation Army was also fined and had 36 copies of the Bible confiscated after they were not properly labelled as religious material.
He says Bible.
I can't do the voice. You're going to have to do it.
Which one?
The meatball.
Oh. Well, so the Bible.
I can't even do the other accent. I can do... Right, law. That's... Let's move on.
Oh, God.
So the woman accusing Taco Bell of putting a doorknob in her nachos is from New York.
Of course she is.
Eve Saint.
Hey, what's this doorknob doing in my taco?
Her name is Eve Saint. So in New York, Eve Saint ordered nachos. I ordered nachos. My door.
You gonna eat that handle? It looks so shiny, so good.
Oh God, my teeth need to sink into it. Oh, my molar. So after
That's right, open it up.
I don't think this is the most outrageous part of this. Like, to be after a 45-minute wait in the drive-through. A 45-minute wait in the drive-through. The fuck?
Are you sure she was in the drive-thru?
It was just her.
What is this? Come here.
She just kept going round and round, trying to grab it as she went past. It was like, oh, fucking stick the door handle in there.
Hey, lady, this is a pack.
This is a McDonald's. Give me the nachos.
Don't you tell me how to live my life.
Oh, give me my door now. So she took it home after a 45-minute wait. 45 minutes.
Nachos is heavy.
God, yeah, you would think, wouldn't you? It's not one of those. It's not like the one behind you. It's not like the one with the handle where it's sort of like a lever.
Oh, like a proper knob.
It's like a proper knob. She got a proper knob in her nacho.
Hey,
this ain't the knob of butter I ordered.
this ain't the kind of knob I was looking for.
God damn it. So after calling up to complain, they told her it was impossible that this could happen and just hung up on her.
Ma'am, that is literally impossible. Why do we all sound like this?
Don't put me on hold. I'm gonna put you on hold. I swear to God.
Don't you call back here. Don't you threaten me.
I'll threaten you all I want. You don't know where I work. Yes, I do.
Oh, God.
She just puts both phones down. She's just really...
Told her.
Told that bitch. Then she just gets offended. How dare she?
I'm gonna call back.
So she did make a post on Facebook with the caption this is in all caps, by the way. Taco Bell, I'm coming to fuck someone up real funny, putting a fucking doorknob in my nachos, bitch. But with all good stories that end well, she had to call. She did have to call up another.
Hey, it's a free knob. What you gonna do about it?
She had a terrible gag reflex.
Oh.
She ended up having to call another 10 times, and eventually got an apology and a free meal. So a lesson to everyone
I'm
out there.
so sorry for those first 9 calls.
Keep
Will you
calling.
please give me a refund?
I just want my doorknobs.
I didn't go through all this trouble putting my knob in my nachos. Oh, God.
Oh God, it burns. It's just hot
I've
cheese.
been caught red-knobbed.
I mean,
I'm so ashamed. I've turned into... What's that comedian's name? I've suddenly turned into... I've forgotten his name.
I think I know who you're on about.
It's me! I can't do it. Oh, God.
Oh my God, Andrew.
Andrew.
That's the only good banana, you sex maniac. Again, a small portion of you will get that.
The references.
But let's move on to the Norwegian island that wanted to erase the concept of time. This is happening in... I keep choosing these names. Sommery in West Tremoso, north of the Arctic Circle. They say normal business hours should not apply to them because they do not experience time like the majority of the rest of the world.
Because we are magic people.
We're on mushrooms all the time.
It's very cold, and I don't like to read watches.
This is not a Norwegian accent.
Yes, this is not what talk about.
I'm on mushrooms. So apparently the sun doesn't rise in winter or set in
Oh.
the summer.
I know this place.
Do you know about this place?
Yeah.
Yeah. So between
Oh shit! No, actually, if I was living there, I actually
it would
can
work.
see what they're talking
It
about.
would work.
Yeah.
I agreed with them when I
Yeah.
was writing up this article. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to mow my lawn at 2 a.m. No one's gonna tell me what to do."
Completely ruining the story for the listeners.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yay!
Yay! You suck.
Fuck you!
But
No, really, fuck you.
we hate you. Between the 18th of May and the 26th of July, the sun doesn't set on Somery for a full 60 days. Is that 60 days apart? I'm too lazy to check, so I'm going to believe it.
No, it's one long day, you fool. This is what I'm talking about.
Get inside, it's hour 572. How dare you?
It's way past your bedtime, Henry.
It's 400 hours past your bedtime, bitch. But I'm 43. Get in.
You don't question more.
Again, this is just some guy talking to a wall.
Yes, me talking to this wall.
Alex, please come back. It's just, it's just
me,
you.
just
It's
running
just
from
you.
from one end of the table to the other.
Ran to the other side. Oh, that was a really good joke, Alex.
Thank you.
Well done. So the 300 residents to back the bid for it to become the world's first time-free zone. So only three. So they only have 300 residents.
What if you say it quick enough? It sounds like time freeze. Oh.
Time-free zone. We don't age.
We just die.
We just die old.
That's aging. Shut
It
up.
doesn't help.
We don't have time.
Also, it's been a very long day. It's been 400 hours. We don't have time. Go away.
I'm also completely insane.
I'm also on mushrooms.
Never done. Kill me.
Yahtzee. That just reminded me of that. Oh gosh.
It's so warm in here.
I know, I just thought about that actually. Our goal is to provide full flexibility 24/7. If you want to cut your lawn at 4 a.m., then you do it, said Kjell Ove
Oh, yes.
Hevending. Hevding. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's what. What's his name?
It's Kjell Ove Hevding. Kjell Ove Hevding, leader of the Time Freeze Zone campaign. Stay cool in the Time Freeze Zone. Get your free mushrooms.
Welcome to.
Again, he's just talking to a wall. He's just talking to a blank wall. He's like, thank you, 300 residents, for showing up today.
Yo, man. Favorites.
So no, I'm in my birthday suit. Oh wait, you're not here.
That's your birthday suit.
Oh, my birthday's in 357 hours. Tomorrow.
Where's the book?
I don't know the time. Jesus.
I really want to go to this place now.
So do I.
And just take mushrooms and start screaming at people.
All the 300 residents.
Yeah.
I'm here.
It's okay. There's no time. There's no time to be offended. There's no time.
There's no time at all. The Sandman is dead.
Yay.
He also said there's constantly daylight, and we act accordingly. So they just don't sleep. They don't sleep out. That's
And
probably
we act
why they're
accordingly,
insane.
he said as he face planted a wall.
We act accordingly as he drove into the river.
Ah, yes. Work.
He added, in the middle of the night, which folks might call 2 a.m., you can spot children playing soccer, people painting their houses or mowing their lawns, and teens going for a swim. Just teens. No one else.
No one else is allowed to swim.
Hey, get out of the pool, oldie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Whoa. When did it become 500 o'clock, dude?
Time for bed.
Oh, time for another hit. My eyes are going insane. What time is it? Oh,
There
wait.
is no time.
Oh, fuck school. hope you enjoyed those, Howard. I
I
thoroughly did.
Didn't like it. That was,
It was a nightmare,
shit.
in all
That
honesty.
was just fucking
That was awful.
shit.
Delete the episode.
Yeah,
fuck
fuck this.
guys. Just leave.
Out.
Go and listen to a better podcast.
What?
Fuck.
Why have out?
What have I said?
What
It's
have I-
500 o'clock. It's bedtime.
The fuck? You
Get in
What?
bed now. Don't you put that mushroom in your mouth. Stop. Stop.
Go on.
Oh god, they give me one. It's just... All right, guys. Let's move on to our next section. Today I fucked up.
Today, I fucked up.
All right, welcome back to our final section. Today I fucked up. Are you ready, Howard?
Yes.
Are you still wired? Very nice. Talking about being wired, the first story is today I fucked up by hiding my addiction.
My dick.
Pardon me. Ever since I was a kid, I loved to fiddle around with staplers, playing with the automatic ones and doing dumb stuff like any child would, opening the manual ones and swinging it around like any normal child
would.
I like to hotwire cars like any child would.
What's that? A brick? Let me punch my face off it.
Yay!
Like any child.
I'm in Norway.
That's-
There's no time.
Sorry, we've got to get away from
Yeah,
that story.
we need to stop that. I'm cutting
We
that
could
from the
literally do a
episode.
whole episode of
We
that.
probably could. We probably could. Let us know if you want to hear an improv episode. We would be
About-
happy to do it.
No time zone.
About anything.
No.
Anything. One of my favourite things to do was to open up a new strip of staplers and break them apart and, before putting them in.
Because I'm completely...
Putting them in what? Putting them in what?
I like to put them in one by one like I'm loading a chamber. Oh, I see.
Oh, God.
I like to imagine it's a gun. That's pretty much if you're going to take a rack of staples apart, you can take them all out individually.
And
Doesn't
put
that
them-
kind of scream like that? Like, you know, when you see them putting the bullets in the clip.
Yeah, kind of. I can understand where he's coming from. It is kind of fun to put the sections into the. Anyway, running my fingers through the staples,
No, this guy
counting them and breaking them apart. Oh, I love it.
to just put them in between my teeth.
And then chew until I die. Delicious. People worry about me, but I say that's just my reserve blood.
But I say you shouldn't worry about me. You should worry about yourselves.
I haven't locked the door to keep them out. I've locked the door
Door
to
to
keep
keep
me
me
in.
in.
Oh, would you like to see my staple collection? Ignore the body parts. Sorry, whoever wrote this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take the mic.
I'm not.
There are 210 staples in a standard strip, and sometimes
there are
I'd break off
210
each
staples in a
individual one.
standard strip.
Shit, he'd break each individual one.
I just break one off before I break a limb. I know the exact amount of staples in one. So I'm not insane.
What, this straitjacket? Ignore that. Sometimes
The low fashion.
Sometimes I'd break off each individual one until my fingers hurt. I've even found strips with 209 and 211 a few times.
I'm pretty sure I came.
In between them.
Is that a bonus staple?
Thank the gods! Thank you, Staples. I love that store.
It would be much easier to come if I hadn't put those staples in there.
This progressed from me messing around with staples in Miss Grady's second grade class, to buying a box of staples every other payday to play with, to literally having a collection of different brands and sizes of staples in my college dorm to break apart. I had a problem, but no one was hurt, so who cares?
I had a problem. No one seemed to want to notice.
No one wanted to know who I was until I put staples in their eyes. Now they all know.
Oh no.
Bane. Batman. He's just Bane.
Now you have my permission to staple
No one cared who I was until I stapled my own face.
to someone else's face.
Hello, Jerry. Could you please let me go?
Never. Would you like to break open another stapler pack?
This one's my favourite.
This one's from Tesco.
Oh.
So who cares? Well,
Certainly not me.
fast forward to present day. Okay, let's move on to the next story.
Joking. Kinda.
Fast forward to present day. I'm a functioning middle-class adult with a wife and 2 children. I have a home.
Fully fledged staple collection.
I have a home, a normal car, an office job, a dog made out of staples. I am, by all accounts, a
You
normal
see-
human
You
being.
see a picture of his house and his family and
It's
his car.
all
And it's all
staples.
just made of staples. This is my wife, Nancy.
This is my wife, Stacy.
Paul.
Stacy Paul, and these are my children, Hole and Punch.
As in, I'm going to punch
A hole in
your
them
hole.
with my staple fingers. He's like Wolverine, but with staples instead.
Schnicked.
Would you like anything put together? He just
Ah, my hands.
off to ER I go. Oh, what a joy.
How a joy.
Blah. But he still loves staples. I still love staples. Working in an office job with a supply room full of staples was a problem. I'd spend my
I
lunch
just couldn't
break.
control myself around the staple.
I went on a murderous spree.
I'm a fiend.
I'd spend my lunch break in the room, opening boxes and breaking apart staples to get
Oh,
my fix
that's the one.
before returning to work. It got so bad over the course of a couple of years that my boss changed our supplier because the boxes all had broken apart staples and were sometimes
And
ripped.
filled with jizz.
Oh God, why do they keep...
Why are all of our staples sticky?
Oh, sorry. Oh, they must have a mayonnaise factory nearby. Oh, that's... I understand.
Even though-
Jerry, why is your
even though-
penis out in the stockroom? Get away, the mayonnaise may be tainted.
Why did mayonnaise come into this again?
I don't know, I'm putting the staples back now, bye.
Ah.
Bah. He loses the ability
Bah.
to speak. He just turns to a sheep. So I had to stop doing that. I turned to Amazon first, buying 10 boxes of staples at a time for about $20 a pop.
It was really-
wasn't enough.
It was really hard to snort them, but worth it.
The grinding process, fuck me. Oh, that's good poison.
Oh, jeez.
I went to 20, then 40. My wife got
Wait,
curious.
he went to 20 then... What, just buying?
Boxes.
Okay.
That sounded like the sort of disinterested tone.
This is hilarious, but at the same time, I'm like, what is this guy's
All right.
malfunction?
I'm gonna blast through a little bit of this.
Mm.
My wife got curious and asked, "Why are you buying all these boxes of staples?"
You don't know me!
But I brushed it off as a work issue
What,
that I'd got
as a
reimbursed for.
That's a stupid bitch.
You know, like I got reimbursed for and knew I had to change my methods. Over the course of the few months I enabled myself, I started using cash. Enabled myself. I'm starting to say staple for words.
It's bleeding through.
Oh, Jesus, I'm getting addicted now. I feel like getting a pack.
Oh, God.
I started using cash only at different office supply stores around my town and neighbouring towns. I would sit in my car and break apart staples before going to the next store.
They'll never track me down if I use cash.
And it's just
there's
along
no
along
paper
the
trail.
road. Along the road, there's just loads of staples.
Leave no trails. Leave no trails.
Oh my gosh. I began to stay out late and tell my wife I would be home soon, so I could go buy more staples from different stores. I opened up a new credit card to put online so that she wouldn't know, but she caught it in the mail.
I'll be home soon. Are you buying staples again? No, mother. I mean, wife.
Oh. How are you calling me? You're made of staples.
Get out of here, Staples.
Staples. I'd love her name to be Stacey now. She got suspicious because things weren't adding up. This Thursday, after one of my late nights, I got home with a trunk full of broken staples.
What?
And what the fuck?
So he went to the staple factory and he took all the dud staples off their hands.
Well, no, he just went to a store and he keeps
And
buying
just-
staples and he just breaks them apart and leaves them
Oh,
in
I
his
thought you
trunk.
meant like they were just like dud staples, like they were just like ones you couldn't.
No, he bought like new fresh staples.
So
he
this
could
guy hasn't
break
got
them
an
apart.
obsession with staples. He's just got an obsession with like, you could literally replace that with bubble wrap or
Maybe.
anything that goes
Bones,
for a few. Yeah.
even.
Oh.
Stick to staples, please.
where's the
just,
story
just-
going?
Just stick to staples. We'll get there.
Is it going to staples?
Maybe. I got home with a trunk full of broken staples.
And dead bodies.
10 freshly broken boxes in my passenger seat to see my parents' car at my house. I walked in and everyone is sitting around like it's an intervention.
You're not staples.
Because it is. It's just two of his parents are real and just everything else is just staples. We think you have a problem, Jeremy. What do you mean?
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to my wife, Staples.
Staceyples. Hole, punch. Go to your rooms.
A hole, punch, get in the staple mobile.
We're out of here. Oh, I forgot to go to the staple station.
Store. Let me just refill it.
I'm all out of staples.
Oh, I better break some more. Come here, Staples. He's getting abusive. My
What's
wife.
I gotta do to get some staples around here?
My wife asked me if there was anything I wanted to tell them, and to tell the truth about my problem. I sat down and kept saying, "What are you talking about?" Until my mum said, "Honey, we saw the pictures." Then my wife tells me that my late nights, excuses, and general weirdness about the credit card and some other little things made her a private investigator. You forced me into this. This man.
I had no idea.
Oh shit! Oh no, her to hire a private investigator, not for her to become one.
Oh.
He just put like a little fedora on the staples pile.
Hang on to me!
Dare you, Staples! Mother, get out! He just like pushes the staple pile out the door.
But how did you...
Shit.
I was so good. How did you figure it out?
So-
It's just like dropping staples as he speaks.
As he's
I don't understand.
out of his hair, out of his teeth, he's just bleeding out of his mouth because he's just like,
How did you
figure
guess?
it out?
I was trying to speak.
He's just got a bag full. The bag just rips because it's all broken staple. How did you find out?
Oh no, my lunch.
He just starts eating it. Delicious. Ow!
It hurts so good.
This man followed me around to office supply stores and watched me do something with what I had in the bag from multiple stores.
Dirty biscuit.
It basically looked like I was a drug runner for Office Depot. You alright there? Did you just punch the table?
I apologize. I did just punch the table.
So it looked like he was a drug runner for Office Depot who was using some of the
is that
product for
position-
myself.
Is that an actual position that can be filled? I'll take that job. Drug runner for what? Office Depot. Brilliant.
I'll break a few staples. At this point, my wife started to cry and my dad shook his head as I tilted it with my hand because he's made of staples.
Dad, don't look at me.
He just punches the pile of staples.
Dad!
It's going to take me hours to rebuild, you prick. I had to come and
Yes,
clean.
you made me do this.
I had to come clean, and all I could muster was, I like staples. The what the fuck looks I got afterward turned into disbelief, then concern, then fits of laughter when I showed them my car.
He opens up the door and it's just empty.
It's just completely empty. It's just loads of drugs.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
loads of
I
meth.
can't stop myself.
Oh my god! Imagine he's been so high this whole time. He thought that the meth was just staples.
Every time we went to Office Depot, it was the back of Office Depot
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
alleyway.
He was in the alleyway. And he was like, "You got any
Staples, bro?
Have you got any staples for me, bro?
I need my fix.
I need to break my leg." I came clean. So he showed them the car. I came clean. I backed this up by showing my secret stash of used staples in my attic and explained the purchases on the credit card to my wife.
I'm a staple addict.
Attic.
In the attic.
In the attic. Don't go up there. Please. He just karate chops a staple ladder. The ladder is made of staples. Right now, my only concern is my dad. He didn't laugh, just kind of shook his head continuously in disappointment without saying a word. He's just there for hours, just going. He's eating food, just like
doesn't stop.
yeah, he doesn't stop for like weeks. It just turns out that his dad's got a head shaking addiction. Maybe his dad's got a staple addiction as well.
Maybe
He's
his
like,
dad's head's just like stapled on. It's just rocking
oh,
about.
like he's Frankenstein. After he punched it off.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I think therapy or addiction meetings may help, as my wife gave me these suggestions the day
I need
after.
to meet like-minded people.
Do you like breaking staples? No, I like breaking bones. Oh, lovely.
Get away from me.
Do you have any staples by any chance?
Only bones.
That'll do.
I guess that'll do.
That'll do. He doesn't like grab the handful of bones. He just grabs his finger and just snaps it. It's always better when it's live. I may or may not do that again, but the good news is I now can have a staple hour.
Oh, fuck off.
Once I get home and
Kill yourself.
No.
That build-up was literally just for that punchline. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
For the staple hour.
Kill that person.
Is a staple hour a reference?
Hmm?
Is a staple hour a reference?
A staple. Well, it's a pun.
Right.
That's right where you say no pun intended.
A staple hour. I don't get it.
A staple. You know what? Like a staple meal. You've had a staple meal. It's a substantial.
I've never heard of
substantial
that.
meal.
I've
So
never heard
a
of
staple
that.
diet would be something that.
A stable.
Hang on.
I've never heard of staple being used. Well, anyway, I'll finish this off. I now can have a staple hour once I get home, and my budget for staples is allowed by the wife for now. So he gets a nice. I've never heard of anyone use the word staple meal.
I need to find this.
Has it?
Yeah, there we go.
So what is it? You read it. You read it to me.
Okay, so staple is most commonly associated with basic foodstuff. So this is what does it mean to be a staple of something? So flour, oil, eggs are all staples. The meaning of the word has stretched somewhat. So anything that is considered to be necessary, central, or key can be described as staple.
Oh, so he gets an essential hour of staple breaking.
Yeah. I need it. I've earned it.
It's like the SpongeBob meme. I need it.
I don't need it.
I need it.
It just breaks one staple.
Oh god, that's the good shit. Well, my next fact for you, because that one was quite a long one, I've got quite a short and sweet one for you. This is a different format as well. This isn't a story in such. This is a bullet point list. So today I fucked up by having the perfect plan. So this is how the weekend should have gone. Number 1, pick up girlfriend. Number 2, drive.
Number 2, get a girlfriend.
Number 3, build her out of staples.
Yay!
Number 4, get an obsession.
I know where this is going.
Yay! Full circle.
Yay!
No.
I stand.
Number 1. So, obviously, step 1, pick up girlfriend who doesn't know who I am. No. 2 is drive to a romantic location. 3, pop the question. 4, girlfriend equals fiance. Number 5, celebrate. But this is how the weekend actually went. Step 1, picked up boyfriend. Step 1, picked up girlfriend. Step 2, got distracted on the road when I noticed a naked homeless man chasing down a dog who had a visible dildo in his mouth.
Step 3, I ejaculated.
Step 3, I realised how high I was. Step 3, got so distracted I never even noticed the truck in front of me slowing down. Step 4, crashed. Step 5, lost the ring in the accident. Step 6, swapped romantic location for the hospital. Step 7, pissed off girlfriend's parents for almost final destinationing their daughter.
I like that as a verb.
Step 8, pissed off roommate for crashing his car. Step 9, pissed off myself for pissing everyone off. Step 10, Ended off this weird-ass weekend with nothing to show but bills and bruises. Any plans I had of proposing have been put on pause until I somehow managed to unfuck life. I think she'll still accept. I think you'll find it as a funny... Well, it depends... Pardon me. It depends on how fucked up she is. I mean, if she's in a coma, I mean, you're going to have to wait.
Hilarious.
Like, for a little bit.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, you got whiplash, fucking, it'll be a good joke later on. I mean, it's kind of a good story already, you know what I mean?
You know how your father...
This is not how I met your mother. I knew her before. This is how I popped the question to your mother. With a homeless man chasing a dog naked with a dildo in his mouth. Sit down, kids. This is a good story. Ugh. But that was a nice short and sweet one. I haven't seen anyone like that before. That was quite a nice one.
You haven't seen a naked homeless guy?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen a naked homeless man. But now I want to. You haven't yet. So, let's move on. I'll read this one and then I'll give you the pick of the last two because this one's quite a long one as well. So, today I fucked up by tricking my entire apartment building
into thinking it was a house.
But it was just a meat grinder.
Gotcha!
Delicious. So, I was a student studying at a big university that had some large luxury apartment buildings nearby for students to live in after their freshman year. In my building, there were about 400 apartments across 8 floors. I lived in one of these apartments with 3 roommates. Modern Jim. That's not his name. His name's not Modern Jim. Stainless steel appliances.
Me, man Jim.
My name's Man Jim. I use an iPhone 4.
Just to be ironic.
I also have a 1974 Chevy. Because I'm poor. Actually, those probably go for all that. Probably an old car. Because I'm modern.
It's me, Modern Jim.
The fuck up started with me not wanting to drink my face off for once on a Saturday and wake up the next morning feeling like a train wreck.
With no face.
With no face because Modern Jim stole it. And instead wanting to have a wholesome night of fun. He's put wholesome in quotation marks.
It's me, Jim. Don't close your eyes. I might steal your face.
Oh no, it's prehistoric, Jim. It's just like a 1980s like black and white comedy. Oh no, would 1980s be black and white? 1960s, 1950s, 1950s. Modern Jim.
60s and 60s. Yeah.
Modern Jim. We love him. So instead of going out, I decided to post signs around the building that a dinosaur, specifically a velociraptor, was on the loose. Harmless, right? I spent some time putting this flyer together. Attention apartment residents. Velociraptor attack. It has come to our attention that on the 20th of September 2013, an unknown resident on floor 7 was fatally mauled by what we presume to be a velociraptor.
Small child.
He has very long fingernails. Sightings have also been reported on floors 2, 5, and 8. We offer our condolences to anyone who may have been affected by the tragic occurrence. We urge all residents to be on the lookout for suspicious raptor activity.
But apparently you're fine as long as you don't stay on multiple of 3 floors. 2, 5, 8. I'm good. I'm on floor 3.
He can't come here.
You can only do 2, 5, and 8.
Things to be on the lookout include, but are not limited to, bloodstains, large reptilian tracks,
Dinosaurs.
loud reptilian growling, and or hissing, velociraptor mating call, velociraptor urine stains, and excrement. Please maintain...
That's the velociraptor.
Oh yeah, it's a velociraptor. Oh no, it's his claw marks as well.
Gotta go.
Oh, mushroom time. There's no time. No way. Actually, we're in California. No way. Would you like one? Oh wait, they're all gone.
I'm having them all.
Would you like me to throw one up for you?
There's no time.
I'm a velociraptor. He just starts hissing at him and runs away. Please maintain extreme caution at all times. Velociraptors are fearless, deadly creatures. We urge you to ask security for Velociraptor Repellent or to report any suspicious activity.
There appears to be a T-Rex in my back garden.
That's not a velociraptor.
He said, I purposely made it ridiculous by adding phrases like, look out for Velociraptor mating call and ask security for repellent. I figured people would laugh about it. Then I walked down to the
But
apartment
then I
building's
remembered
lobby.
that people are morons. And that's when my life got turned upside
And
down.
that's how I met your mother.
And this is how I became a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And the Prince of Bel-Air.
No. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Of Bel-Air. So I went down to the building's lobby to use their free printing.
There was a fucking Velociraptor!
Everyone was dead.
Apparently, I am Death Note.
Oh.
Just got a great idea for a dinosaur-based movie.
Universal. Hello.
Hello,
They're not
games.
answering. They're not
So-
answering. They're not answering. No, scrap it. We'll give it to Netflix. I'll fucking have anything.
They'll eat anything up.
Like a velociraptor. Oh. So he went down to the so he went down to the lobby to use the free printing and make about 100 copies. Finally starting at about 9 p.m. I spent the next 2 hours posting the sign on various doors around the building. What a low key, what a dick.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
There's gonna be
Dude,
somebody.
No one's laughing at your shitty joke.
I
No
know.
one likes Just go home.
Someone who's just got back from an 8-hour shift, they're just going to see that thing and go, Velociraptor, oh, fuck
Fuck
off.
Just go. You've got school in the morning. Go to bed.
Oh, where was that final piece from you? Where's your final work?
Too busy putting a posters about Velociraptors.
Did you see it? Oh!
Not much that can be done about it.
Killed people on 2, 5, and 8. They're dead, sorry.
So true.
So true. Can I get an extension, please? For better or worse, it was Saturday and people were getting drunk. About halfway through my adventure, as I was getting into the elevator to change floors, I saw a girl dressed to go out. I beat her up. No, I'm joking. Makeup done on the phone with someone, tears streaking down her mascara.
She's seen the Velociraptor.
She did. She saw death. As she struggled to convey to someone out there.
It's a Velociraptor. It's a fucking Velociraptor.
As she struggled to convey to someone that there had been a Velociraptor attack and that she didn't know what to do, me at the time thought that it was really funny and kept going.
They saw him plastering the posters up and thought, perfect.
Or they're just a moron.
Oh. Why is it always the morons?
I went back to my apartment, watched some TV, and went back to bed. That Sunday, I spent most of my time doing homework and not leaving my room. On Monday, while in class, my roommate's group chat texted me this. Does anyone know what this is? It was a pile of 4 notices of lease violation, suggesting someone had caused a disturbance on the property and that there would be a fine. Me being fairly young, I got spooked, bounced from class, and biked to my apartment to take care of it. I grabbed the notices and went to the leasing office. I'll shorten it immensely, but the conversation can be summarized as much.
You dick.
You fucking idiot. Pay the fine, silly
Get the
prick. Some
fuck
woman
out.
was here crying all day. Me. Hi. I got these notices at my apartment today about causing a disturbance. I was wondering what it was about. Apartment agent.
Oh, so it were you.
I don't know. He's
You sick.
calls out to someone outside his
keep it
office.
up.
So he calls somebody outside. Get in here. And so then the other apartment agent comes in and says, "It's Dinosaur Boy." Actually, I'm giving this guy a southern accent.
Hey, it's Dinosaur Boy.
It's Dinosaur Boy. So the other apartment officer, a guy trying too hard to be serious. Do you know what you did last night? Me. Yeah. I just posted some funny and clearly harmless signs around that there was a dinosaur on the loose.
I
Also,
ought to choke you out like the little bitch you are.
now pay the fine. Also, it was just me, so don't include my roommates here. Okay, just you.
Not modern Jim.
Not modern nor
Not old
Prehistoric Jim.
Bob.
not futuristic Fanny.
It's my favorite.
She's a dime. She wouldn't do this.
Damn it.
A dime a dozen. Okay, just you. but it was neither funny nor harmless. Do you know how many calls security got?
Do you know how many people are killed by velociraptors every minute? You would be surprised.
It's 0. You're an idiot.
Get the fuck out. Ah.
Pay the fine. I had parents calling in demanding to know about the situation. We had students asking if there had been a bunker to hide in. These are students at a university.
Where's the Velociraptor bunker? How is it supposed to survive if it doesn't have the proper abilities?
I didn't know the inner city had such dangerous creatures.
I didn't know.
Here in my luxury apartment, I would have never guessed.
Disgusting.
Jesus Christ, all we had was pigeons back at the ranch.
I didn't even know people like me existed.
God darn it, I watched Walking with Dinosaurs at least 3 times. Me, a little bewildered. The sign said Velociraptor dinosaur, clearly extinct. It was a joke. How do people take that seriously? Look, I know velociraptors have been dead for over 10,000 years?
Shut up.
Sure.
Don't you...
They've been dead for at least 15 years. I'm pretty sure I saw one at a Comic-Con. Pay the fine.
I just need some money.
Please. My wife left me for a dinosaur. But you caused the disturbance and I still have to fine you. 10,000 years? Fuck. There would be no winning with this guy. I asked him what the fine was. It was $100. Ran back up to write the check and paid it. No, they apparently knew it was someone in my apartment who posted the signs by following security footage. Oh, it was that fucking idiot.
This dickhead in a fucking dinosaur suit.
Oh, look, he went back into his apartment. Kill him.
He's just constantly walking around with like giant Jurassic Park t-shirt and like Jurassic Park hat and fucking
Shoes.
Yeah, and just like carrying toys around.
He's dressed as
They'll
he's dressed as
never
those like
know.
velociraptors.
Yeah.
Have you seen those? He's just dressed as that.
They'll
I
never
wonder
suspect a
who
thing.
it is. 10,000 years they've been gone.
I'm pretty sure it's accurate.
It just took its head off. I didn't know they could do that. I went Mr. Satan a bit there. To this day, I wonder how many fully functioning adults at this prestigious university think velociraptors are real. That they aren't dinosaurs, but are instead a vicious reptile that people illicitly keep as pets. Or that you can go to the zoo to see.
It was worth the fine.
I think so. I think
That
it
is
was
a
worth the
life
fine.
lesson well learned.
Well,
You've just realised how fucking stupid people are.
yeah. Well, you've just realised also, like, how many people, because they always say when you go to university and stuff like this and you go for jobs that, like, oh, you've got so much competition. This
That's
is
your
your
fucking
competition.
Mate, you are a fucking genius. Apparently.
I also occasionally wonder about the pantyhose cause, thinking about that girl who was likely on the phone with her parents.
But then I just laugh.
And then I just laugh, and I go up to her apartment dressed as a velociraptor and scare her to death. He's back! But I'm on ground floor 4. How is this possible? He's learned to count, Mum! And then the guy just goes, 10,000 years my ass. He comes with a shotgun. Worth it. Oh. And all the parents who probably heard someone died.
The moron kids of the fucking
Shit me, yeah. Someone died on the loose. Don't know what to do. I still laugh about it to this day.
good.
And so do I.
Never stop. Just laugh until you die.
Constantly.
It's
Until
the
you
only way to get
freak
through this
people out.
fucking life.
So, I've got 2 stories left. I'll give you the choice of which one you want to read. There is quite a long one, which is today I fucked up by nearly twisting my dick, and
I don't need to hear that one.
and today I fucked up by diving into a pool.
I'll go for the pool.
You want to go for the
I
pool?
already know what happens when I twist my dick.
Dinosaurs come back.
It falls off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Dinosaurs don't come back or anything. 10,000 years.
Detachable.
Never forget. So, I was spending the day hanging out with my friends by the pool, casually drinking and playing games. One of my friends decided to challenge me to a race to the other side of the pool. Why?
Hey, you! Horatio.
Okay, Martin Jim.
Just run straight into the pool.
He doesn't even run to the pool, he just runs into a wall. Gotcha. So, we hop out, and me, being the genius that I am, and very confident after being a competitive diver and swimmer for more than 10 years, decided to dive in from the shallow end. I go to take a running leap in, and as I'm pushing off the deck, I feel my foot slip. I end up diving straight down, feel my neck crunch, and then black out.
Awesome.
10
Bit
years
of
of experience.
I'm so good at this.
I come to as I'm floating to the surface. Fucking hell, how long have you been knocked out?
And no one's held it. It's just... And everyone's just like, it's alright, he's an expert.
He's got 10 years of experience.
He knows what he's doing.
Is that a Velociraptor?
Oh my god!
Oh
Get him
my-
out of the pool!
Where's my mum's phone number?
I should have taken more notice of those flyers.
Oh, God. So, back up and tell my legs... What? I get back up and
well.
tell my legs to just stand up because I need to breathe. But they don't respond for some reason.
Because I never had any legs to begin with.
I never installed legs. They were an extra. Most of my friends see me and think I'm joking, but very luckily, my nurse and med school friends see blood.
Realise that I'm drowning.
What the fuck? You see them like floating in the water, like unconscious, and you're just like,
He just, I raced to the other side. I'm out.
but it says here, but very luckily, my nurse and med school friends saw blood and rocket into action. So everyone else saw blood. So everyone else saw blood and was like, oh, that's cool. Neat trick, man.
Where did you hide the jam?
Oh, in your brain.
James.
They stabilized my neck and flipped me over in the water to breathe. What? So she's still in the water?
I said, ah.
So they flipped me over. And then I get up on the pool deck. In another incredible bout of luck, once I'm stabilized on the deck, I can move my legs again. Friends call an ambulance.
Oh, wait, these are your legs.
Oh. Friends call an ambulance, to which I groggily and vehemently, yes, Vietnamesely, opposed to. Thanks, US healthcare prices. And once I get to the hospital, I'm placed in a trauma ICU and a CT scan. I then find out I've pulverized my C2, broken C1 and C3, and now I get bed rest for at least 3 months in a C collar.
At least.
At least.
Give him 3 years. Jesus Christ. He's literally, wait. So what was it? 2, 3, and 1?
C2, 1 and 3, yeah.
Guy's fucked.
What is that? What is that? Is that in your
Like
neck?
they number your spinal discs.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing C1, 2 are quite high up in the neck.
Yes.
At the very tippity top, right next to your fucking brainstem.
3 months bed rest, you'll be fine. It's American.
It'll be
healthcare.
right.
Like, you'll probably go bankrupt after 3 months. So, yeah.
Here, just walk it off.
Yep, just walk it up. We'll put you in a brace.
Here's
Watch
a
out
big-
for them velociraptors.
Here's a piece of jerky and a lollipop, and off you go.
Have a good day.
Why?
You
You
might
get-
want to put a stint on that neck.
That's a little bit free willy.
Oh, don't mind the door.
seriously.
The door's not lopsided. It's just you.
Idiot.
Fuck it.
I mean, oh god.
I mean, get out of here. It's been 4 months. Oh,
I
you blacked
am
out again.
a real doctor.
Can you see my doctor hat?
It's right next to my doctor mustache.
As you can see, my mustache has a lab coat. Very professional.
Always.
Watch out for the velociraptors. Very professional.
They'll get you.
So yeah, don't dive in a shallow end, folks.
Dive in.
Dive in the end that doesn't have water.
Dive-
Just do it.
Just run and face plant that curb.
Yeah. you might as fucking well.
That's life. That's life. That's what all people say.
This is the end of the podcast. We'll be back someday.
Ah.
Or maybe not. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of the Clueless Internet podcast.
Love you.
Love you very much. You'll be able to follow us on Twitter. I'm at CluelessNet.
I'm not.
Howard's not. I'm the one who usually uses it, to be honest. That's usually, if you want to message me or anything, that's where I use mine. Howard has his
If you
own
want to message
personal
me,
Twitter.
Don't.
But don't message Howard. He hates everyone. It takes me so much convincing to get him to record this podcast because he hates being around me.
I hate you.
I can't blame him. But we hope you enjoyed. I mean, we're having words after this podcast, Howard.
3 to be exact.
Yes. Before I leave, I hate
the
you.
fuck out.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.